Guys, so this is a part 2 of how to become a registered nurse in the US. So I made a video yesterday talking about the process for you to become a registered nurse in the US. And as we all know, nursing in US is very rewarding, and you'll be able to make lots of money in dollars for you to take care of your family and take care of yourself as well. So one thing I want you guys to know is if you have a spouse, you have kids in Nigeria or in any country, once you become a registered nurse in the US and they try filing an immigration for you, when they approve the immigration, the good thing is you're not just the one getting the green card. Your spouse is getting a green card, your children is getting a green card. So it's very, very rewarding. Anyways, yesterday I spoke about having a degree or having a diploma, and I spoke about you registering with the CGFNS. And so, after registering with the CGFNS, the next thing you have to do, I said, register with the Board of Nursing. So, US, we have 50 states plus Washington, D.C., which is 51. So, they all have Board of Nursing. Texas, they have Board of Nursing. California Board of Nursing. New York Board of Nursing. So it's not a single Board of Nursing. It's like every state has their own Board of Nursing. So the thing is, you have to choose what state do you want to practice when you come here. What some people do too is that they also look at states and then they are like, okay, if Texas is easy for us to get a license, you can get the license in Texas, but that doesn't mean you have to live in Texas when you come. So there's what they call endorsement. So let's say, for example, doing your NCLEX, you use Texas, and then you decide, oh, I don't want to live in Texas. You can, oh, I want to live, for example, in California. So you can endorse your license to California. So it doesn't really matter. So what most people look at is they look at the state's requirements and they look at what is easy, which state is easier for now, and later on in the future you can endorse to a different state or you can endorse to a state you want to live in. So, like I said, register with the Board of Nursing, you decide. So in subsequent videos, I would show you links for the CGFNS. I would show you different Board of Nursing, example of their requirements and some advantages and some disadvantages. But anyways, for now, the next step is register with the Board of Nursing. So while you register with the Board of Nursing and CGFNS, remember I told you they'll verify your transcript, they'll talk to your nursing council. So let's say they are done with the verification and they think that your practical and theoretical hours is acceptable for that of US standard. So what do? They reach out to that your Board of Nursing you've registered with and they tell them that they think you're qualified. So what do the Board of Nursing do next? They issue you what they call ATT, authorization to test. So for the authorization to test, during my own time, it was like 3 months. That means you have to book and write your NCLEX within that 3 months. So you do the authorization to test, you get it from the Board of Nursing, and you try to schedule for your NCLEX. So when you schedule for your NCLEX, subsequent videos I'll teach you materials, like materials I used and I passed one time. So helpful materials, you don't need all the materials, you just need important ones that are very close to the exam questions, like something similar, so you have a feel of how the exam looks like. So I'll tell you those and I'll advise you on some countries I've heard that are easier for you to get visa for you to go write your NCLEX, and like the price estimate of all those things. But for now, the next step is write your NCLEX, and let's say you pass your NCLEX, what's the next step? You do your IELTS. So like I said, it's very advisable for you to do your NCLEX before the IELTS, because we all know how hard IELTS is. So let's say you do your IELTS before your NCLEX. We all know that IELTS expires. So maybe something happens and then you delay your NCLEX, but you already have your IELTS. You're going to have to repeat your IELTS, especially if it has expired. So it's more advisable for you to do your NCLEX and then write your IELTS. In the subsequent videos also, I'll still tell you like this course you need, because it depends, like I said, on the State Board of Nursing.